What's up, guys? We are going to be removing Save for Abyss, which was pretty much the account that I used last time around to try to get to Abyss dungeons. Yeah, relatively an easy thing to do right now. You can see all of the dungeon runs have run pretty fast, or pretty decently fast, I would say. But I'm going to be doing a new one in 2025. Just see how the new events are from the 11th anniversary. See how much easier it is compared to last year. Last year was Save for Abyss. In this case, I might play this account a little bit longer. It's always good to have like a goal on a new account. And what is that new goal going to be? So we're going to reset the game on this one. I want to be on the Asia server. So if you do want to add me, it's going to be on the Asia server. If I want to play this long enough, I think I will go for more of a long-term goal where I don't go super try hard on it, like in the sense of burning myself out in the first month trying to play as much as possible. I will try to get more in for just the longevity of trying to complete all of the achievements and that kind of stuff. But we're going to go Save for Guardian. And what does Save for Guardian mean? I want to try to get at least Guardian rank in Arena. Try to get a Guardian rank in Siege by doing a 10-10 in a proper Siege. And RTA is probably not going to be Guardian, but it kind of depends like how far I drag it on. Personally, I really don't mind farming on 2 accounts. Farming 2 accounts is super easy. Doing rune management on 2 accounts, that's where it's kind of for me like, this is where it gets annoying. Having to up like, I don't know how many runes on 2 accounts. That is the point that if Come To Us would make that any easier, I would be playing this account permanently. Yeah, that's just typical using your energy, get rune sets. Which are really good rune sets there. Those are still like insane sets what you get for the... Wait, did they upgrade that? This looks like so many more sets than you had before. Damn, a lot of sets in here. Yeah, these welcome summoner events are always like pretty freaking busted. Okay, let's right away start with a bunch of summons. At least we can right away go for times 10. I think you weren't able to times 10 before right away. Okay, at least lightning was good on the first. Gargoyle, that's super useless. Okay, lightning rate, kinda ass. See if we can get some good on this. Lightning. Do we have succubus? Yeah, that's bad. Summon inch, 10 scrolls. Wait, lightning on this account is ass. I need the 4 stars, bro. The fuck is that lightning rate doing absolutely nothing? Okay. So I guess we're fighting Level 8 account. That's your level 40. Let's go. His event is funny as fuck, man. Okay, what kind of rewards do we have? Okay, we actually get... interesting. Okay, so we just... For getting these points... Wait, I have to get legend pretty much to get... Okay, sure. And then achievement-wise, okay, that's actually kind of cool as well. So just get a whole bunch of scrolls from that. Not too bad, not too bad. Let's see how hard that's going to be to get there. Apparently there's people at 2190, so it's probably not that hard. Okay, interesting, interesting. Yay, we finally get a set. But that set is actually kind of useless compared to the set that you get from the events. You get that much mana early that doesn't really matter to give this a decent upgrade right away. But yeah, as mentioned, these other sets that you get later on are a lot better. So just a +9 and stuff. It's fine on those. That's also my double speed roll. That's always the thing if you start any new game. Like, how much do you have to upgrade stuff? How much resource do you have to spend? How much do you have to save? You never really know. You kind of figure that out on the fly as you start playing more and more. Wait, actually, I go for that whole set on... Inugami. Slot 1, that's actually true. I should actually +15 to slot 1 because it's worth a lot on level 3 units. That's actually kind of true. I have to use that. Well, you can already see a big gap in damage difference. Yep. Yeah, that's why I wanted to put that on a rogue early. Wait, the magic shop. Sure, missed the magic shop. How do you buy? Oh, we buy it like this. I think that's always worth to do right away. And you want to start buying these unknown scrolls. Definitely helps out as well. But this is pretty much one of those first things you do instantly. Can't claim shit over here. Ah, you can claim these. Anything useful that early? I would say it's low-key useful to get awakening stuff in here right away. Wait, how many points do I have? Wait, this is actually pretty legit early on. Yeah, this is actually very legit for an event. That's a solid event and a half right there. Because right now you can right away go for awakening you. Okay, definitely gonna need a few more of these, but we can already claim those. So if you use the energy, you get a lot of those points. Yeah, that's where you get a lot. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Ooh, that's also good to know, actually. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, we are going to get our Tesher. And after the 30th of April, we can, of course, make a switch. But you right away get a Tesher max skilled, max leveled, which is way more insane than some of the other events. Because then you still had to level it up, blah, blah, blah. Now it's just, I summoned a level 40 Tesher. That's really nice. They just throw the runes of the other thing he added. And it's simply gonna blast through everything for I don't know how long. Yeah, from here it's just smooth sailing through all scenarios. Normally you kind of wanted to use a Tesher or someone else to get through that, but it's not even needed. Tesher in there, yes sir, easy as hell. Yep, Tesher is already one-shotting things. Just need a little bit of speed up on that thing so he takes the first turn. Yeah, that is pretty darn insane. Pretty sure I do have the runes on this one first set right now. Yep, collect them. Yes, sir. Because now we have a Teshar that doesn't only have max skills. Oh, wait, I should have actually claimed that. But also runes. Not the craziest of runes, but compared to this, which you have to up, no one wants to be upping their runes. No one cares. I can just simply say, yeah, there's actually a proper set with speed and stuff. Some speed, not much, but yeah, that's... Getting that as a starter set is pretty insane. And now this Tasha can clap everything again. Let's see how fast it... Yeah, 40k hits. Nothing is surviving that on this freaking Greg, but oh, we should also... Well, doesn't even matter if I target the mid-boss or not, it just dies. Wait, do I just get +1 point for every hit that I do? Wow. I guess you don't lose points then as well or something. So you just have to do a whole bunch of arenas. But if you don't lose points, it's definitely not as hard. But, okay, I just get like 1 or 2 points. Curious to see how that would work, like if I lose or something. Up until 1600? Okay, well, kind of interesting how this, like, rookie arena kind of thing works. And then suddenly a level 100 is in there. Why the hell is this guy in rookie arena? Well, maybe he just leveled since the patch hit. But man, Tesher's just such a cheat code. You just get that from a choice thing. Okay, towards the bottom, you get a lot more points. Amount of free stuff is mind-blowing. It is, it is. I would say that the 11th anniversary for starter account is arguably by far best thing I've seen ever. Yeah, I'm pretty sure about that even. This feels a lot stronger than what we had on the 10th anniversary or even like the Booster Fever event thingy. Okay, can we get anything good? It's not that useful. Okay, Poseidon first, net 5. Pretty good early on. That's actually good for Arena. I'm liking that one. That's good, really good for Arena early on. That is also really good for TOA stuff. Then again, I would say that a Tyron probably does better. But not a bad one, not a bad one. Wait, can we already pull net 4? Oh, I actually haven't really thought about what is the best net 4 to be pulling in here. Loki, I would go for Galleon. Would that make sense? I think that makes sense. Because an Astar is nice, but I don't need a max skilled Astar to be good. I do need a max skilled Galleon to be good. So, would that make sense though for Galleon? Yeah, I think because of Galleon is the only one I can think of that actually needs a max skill. Abigail? Is Abigail really a must for max skill? It is helpful though for Necro, that is for sure. But then again, it's just PV. I think Galleon would do more. We can switch it later anyways. No, we're going Galleon. Because I think Galleon makes most sense for the 4-star to be max skilled. And he's immediately level 40 and 4 skill. What? That is absolutely insane actually. If you want to go really bunkers on like PvE farming, then you could get like a pretty insane solid setup right there immediately, I guess. Immediately would be evolved. Doesn't matter. You can evolve Abigail. That's already a thing for like ages that you can actually keep it evolved. Plus, you have a chance to change that anyways, but instantly getting a Galleon maxed out is really insane, because normally getting these 3 up, like mainly those 2, Galleon without those 2 is straight up useless. So therefore, I think Galleon has a lot of value. It also does kind of depend what other units do you have as setup, because I already pulled the Poseidon, and Poseidon Galleon, of course, is a strong combo. Do we already have the one that is the Trial of Ascension? Yep. If we check the strategy info, we get the free Tyrone info. Yes, sir. You right away want to pick that one up, because then you also right away have a good target for putting the skill ups in, because I think very often people still were putting in the skill ups into a lot of random stuff, but putting skill ups into Tyrone actually makes a lot of sense. Wait, you get him max leveled as well? You get everything for free in this game, man. Say what? But yeah, that's what you definitely want to do. You first want to claim the Tyrone before you start doing TOA, because then all of the skill ups that you do use, you can put in Tyrone, because that's really good. But he's right away awakened, 6 start. He's not max level though, but that's insane, man. That's absolutely insane. Okay, so these skill ups, yeah, normally people were putting it back into the Magic Mike, because you're kind of leveling your Magic Mike. You don't want to do that. That's the main thing. You want to put those on Tyrone, because now you can start skilling him up, and you don't actually have to choose him for the other things. And they, of course, skill up in the wrong thing, but you kind of get the idea. Oh, wait, you were saying Summoner's Way, this one, and then which one? Event 4, I can't check yet. I need level 20. Oh, I can check it already. You get more... Wait, you just got a unit, but is it... Oh, you get 1 for each element? Wow, damn. And then you can also scale them up. How many times? To 30 times? Yeah. Wait, you have 30 free skill ups on 4 stars now? Am I reading that right? That's fucking insane. Well, 4-star Devilmons are no longer needed if that's the case. Jesus. Wow, okay, that an event and a half, my kind sirs. Probably have some more sets to claim over here. I just reached the 500. How good is this set? Also gives a bunch of those. Normally event at the bottom. Okay. Oh, this one. Ah, didn't even see those yet. Oh, wait, but those are kind of included in the other one. Ah, okay. Haven't seen those at all yet. They were not really lighting up that. Let's see what we have over here. That's where we get a bunch of stuff for, okay. Okay, that's the welcome gift. Oh, you just got down. Okay, that's 2 of those. That's pretty insane. What else do we have? Okay, now I understand. Jesus. Okay, you never have to farm any essences ever in your life. That is for sure. It's insane. Okay, well, let's see what's on this one. Yeah, this is one that's relatively easy to miss. Okay. You can get a bunch of known scrolls and stuff. More known scrolls. This way you get like the fusion thingy. Yep, makes sense. And more free stuff. Select an attribute. Fire, sure. Yeah, I never need essences for dear life, man. You don't have to farm this stuff, that's for sure. Yeah, just we throw all. Oh, and then you also get this because you didn't. In case that you didn't press the right essences, you get a full free for sure. Okay. Yeah, that's something. Okay, interesting. Well, these sets, we don't even care about these sets. Like, okay, no one cares. They're bad sets anyways. These are good sets. And we also have a bunch over here. Okay. Yeah, this is just insane, man. And Dasher's still blasting through all of this, man. That's just absurd. Normally, I was always towards the end doing a few of reps. Like rep Dashers in there to clear these stages faster. But right now, it's just your own Dasher clearing this shit in like 26 seconds. Whereas normally, if you do these kind of waves, you're looking at, I would say, 1 minute, 1 minute 30s or something like that. Which is just, it's absurd. It's really absurd. I'm pretty sure, like, if you really focus for it, you can clear the whole scenario in like an hour and a half right now. Just really bonkers. And then we're already at the final boss. Okay, at least we did not one-shot it this time, but it got pretty close. Didn't take a single turn. That's also the thing with Dasher. He still stuns. So good for also TOA and stuff. Okay, with this, let's actually check if we do have enough stuff. Okay, we go to the next one. Okay, that's where we go Dimensional Rift, blah, blah, blah. I actually do want to see if we now have enough for some of these. Get some scrolls in. Okay, that's just... yeah, we can only do that once per day where you get a bunch extra. Okay. So, okay. We don't get that. I expected to get more scrolls from this faster, to be honest. Well, I guess it's because this is a 1 per day thingy. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Let's just do the 16 right now that we can do. And we have a few more over here as well. Triana. Joker. For net force, I would say things like a Hawaii are pretty nice as well. Okay, that was not that much lightning. First LD, first lightning. Okay. Okay. Kinda ironic where I thought I had her in HOH before, and then I fed her, she became meta, and didn't have any. Now we have her here as well. Good night. Give me more net 5s. Boomerang Warrior. Sabrina early on, not bad. Gave me some... no net 5 or no net 4. What? Yeah, no lightning on that. That kind of sucks. First 16. Okay, at least one. What's up, Ethan Morgan? How are you doing? Okay, none over there. Wait, I'm actually right away going to be using this because there's currently Adriana on the right side, which is pretty insane. Okay, didn't get it though. But that's fine, that's fine. Okay, so what's next? Dimensional Rift. Oh yeah, we have to do a little bit of talking back and forth probably. So after clearing the scenario, you got the scenario all done all the way over here. You might be thinking, like, what's the best approach to do right now? Well, it's definitely just following the summoner's way still, but you can do auto battles in the background. And the best thing to auto battle in the background is actually getting more Inugamis or getting more Bernards. And since we do have Teshar, it's best to do it in the Talain Forest. A lot of people might say it's like, oh, you have to go for Inugamis in Feymon. Don't. And the main reason is the drop rate of the Inugami in here is half because they're sharing the drop rate with the Salamander 3-star. And the drop rate in the Terrain Forest thingy, it is just solo by that. So that is definitely a big difference in there. Do you need the skill ups for the Griffins? Then you would have to go in here. And yes, this is a shared one as well. But I think this is the only one that does have it. But if you do want to get your Spectra skill ups for the 2A, you get it over there. If you want to get your Inugami skill ups for your Rogue, Ikaru, and Crow, because I think you're going to need all three, you want to be focused those in Talain Forest. So when you're doing your other stuff from the Summoner's Way, such as like the Trial of Ascension, or you're just doing like Arena Wings or whatnot, best is to put the auto farm on the Hell stage. So you have to clear like the whole scenarios all the way to Hell, and then you start going from there. I think that's a pretty nice way to progress in the early, well, pretty much first day, first few hours. Okay, 35 scrolls on this. That was a Siren. That is a Train. Those are actually not bad. I think that those are HOH right now as well. Not sure about Siren, but Train definitely is, right? Oh, well, we also got Inugami that's new. Because you get an awakened version right away. I would say that these scrolls are actually pretty nice to also get your 4 or your 3 stars in. Like getting a Zinc or those kind of things is pretty nice. Yeah, you actually get a good amount of 3 stars LDs with these scrolls as well. Yep. Whoa, okay. That's not that great, but it's kind of funny, I guess. Preset skills in dungeon would be nice. Yes, but also too easy. And these welcome packages every time. It's just so freaking much stuff that you get in here. It's absolutely insane. Because of that, I just simply don't have to farm any of the... well, pretty much any awakening stuff anywhere. It's just absolutely insane. Okay, we have 2 more sets to claim over here. Vamp Revenge sets, Focus. What's this? Oh, that's more of a damage set. That is a damage set. Ooh, good set for Poseidon. What was this event? The number 3. Oh! Did not know that this bar was also part of it. Sure. Wait, here you can select for fusion materials stuff. Yeah, there's multiple places where you can... oh, they have this thing all in there. Wow, okay. Did not know that this thing was all together in there, actually. These, oh, well, you get a lot of these materials as well. With this, it's super easy to get your homunculus fixed and stuff. Okay, maybe I should just... Wait, why does it already say that... Why can I claim this when I didn't do this with an S plus yet? Maybe it was because I reset the account and it was done on the account prior to this. Could that be a thing? Yeah, that could be a thing. Because I reset the account. I think it's that. Oh, that makes things very easy to get an homunculus. Ah, yeah, that's true. Ooh. There's actually cool stuff in here. We get those. I actually forgot about this one. It's true. To be honest, we get that many stuff that we might as well just... Well, these are worth for sure. Mana things are always worth it because who gives a shit about mana? Look at the pile of mana I have, by the way. This account is 4 hours old. There's 20 mil mana. For whatever stupid reason. Some double EXP boosters. We take those. Okay, then for the rest of the crystals, nah. It's kind of worth it because we're missing that many units. It's kind of worth it. Then I would say Devilmon is also definitely worth it on the new account. Re-ups aren't that much of value, I would say. Just to get some more scrolls in. More scrolls. Give me more 95s. No, we get full no lightnings. Okay, that was 30 no lightning. Okay, then we for sure get lightning in this. What? 40 no lightning. Jesus. 40 in a row no lightning. Nice, nice. Nice, we like those. We like those raids, Countess. Wait, you get all of those on... What? That's insane. You get all of the units you get for free as a 6-star right now? Because I got these from, like, just looking at the strategy info. Did not know that they were all immediately 6-stars. That's actually insane. How much did we use? Oh, yep, that's a good amount. 35. Okay, at least we got lightning after the 40 that we didn't get any lightning. It's not the greatest, but not the worst. Give me some cool LD4. Okay, that's sister. Come on, give me net 5. So I think I've done like way over rate for net 5s already. Should we get anything more than just one? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm over 200 scrolls already. Oh well. But yeah, if you have any friends that might want to start playing the game at the moment, or they were thinking about playing the game, or just someone that you want to introduce this game to, I would say now is the time, because the events that are going on right now, there's just so much free stuff going on. And that just really helps to boost an account to get into a lot further right away. And I think it's also a good thing that they do these kind of things, because in the end, it's an 11-year-old game. I often also get the question, should you be starting playing Summoners War, or should you just play a game that recently got released or something like that? And in the end, the answer still is like, sure, if you want to be the top of the leaderboard in an 11-year-old game, it's hard to get by all of those. But right now with getting so many 4-star skill ups, getting so many units for free, I would say catching up right now is a lot easier. It's never been this easy. That's just the simple answer to it. Catch-up system is the only way the game survives. Exactly. It's a necessity. But that's what I also always said like about 4-star Devilmons. I never understood the point of not having 4-star Devilmons. But now a beginner account just has the availability of like, what, 35 4-star skill ups or some shit? Which is a lot. That's really a lot. Maybe even more than 35. Yeah, probably around 40 even. Yeah, I think I should be getting Veramos because Veramos really helps a lot with TOA. Okay, let's see which of the fusion freaking things I can abuse to get my Veramos fast. You need to fuse one to get another one. Eight. Well, I cleared all of those. Well, let's just get... Wait, but you get them all maxed. Okay, this makes life very easy. Then I would need a... You only don't get the Yeti. Wait, do you get the Yeti somewhere else? Well, there's multiple fusion events. That's kind of the confusing part. Okay, that thing will level in there. It's also leveling this one at the same time. I really don't get it why everyone is having like normal defenses in here. Why is that actually a thing? Because people don't know. Well, the thing is, you cannot get hit. So there's actually absolute 0 points to putting on a proper defense. No one has bothered to change them. But that's the thing. If you're not bothering to change, then you should have nothing set in there. But people are bothering to change. That's why they have something set in there. That's where my confusion comes from. Bird way too OP early game. I 100% agree. This bird is definitely pretty darn busted. Yay, we max. So that now means that we can get a Veramos. Well, that's probably the fastest Veramos that I've ever had, except for just like getting a Veramos instantly. And I would say a Veramos is worth those Devilmons that we have been gathering. Awakening material, yep, we get everything for free. And now the big question is, with that event, do you right away claim a second one too? Would I like to go Panda? Panda's better for Rift Dungeons, kind of, and Necro. Bill is better for Solo R5, but then again, Solo R5 is going to be on Wind, which probably going to be not farming that much. I just go Panda. Yeah, then you right away get the Panda as well. Yeah, that's a really fast way to do 2 and 1. Panda's really good for early game R5s. Early game R5 and early game Necro, this Panda's really good. But you could go Bale as well. But then again, I think Bale is going to be kind of transitioning out of meta because Bale's only used for R5. But the R5 Wind is the one that people will farm the least. So for that reason, you can still take a Bale in the welcome event. Yeah, I think there's 3 options. So the third one I would go for is then the Bale. Which, like I said, man, you get so much stuff for free.
Thanks for watching. If you would like to see more guides, join the Discord and check out the content tab for the guide video archive, which contains all of the guides that you might need. Hope to see you there.